Hi friends, Tina did it here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you two awesome DIYs that I made using the foam pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I made this peppermint candy over here and I also made this gingerbread character, and look at his cute little shoes. These are perfect for Christmas, and this is a perfect time to do them, obviously, because the pumpkins are not going to be around for long. So if you want to see how I made these two beautiful DIYs, just keep on watching. So we're starting off with the peppermint candy project. First, you want to get the foam pumpkin from Dollar Tree and go ahead and cut the tag off. And with the stem, we're just going to give it a little twist and it should come right out. And now I'm going to go in with white acrylic paint, and to properly cover the orange, I'm going to give this 2 coats. So 1 coat, let it completely dry, and then go ahead and apply your 2nd coat. Before I forget to mention, if you like videos that are straight on point and cute and simple projects like this one, and definitely affordable, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here. Now don't forget to click that subscribe button and support my channel. Now that our pumpkin is completely dry, we're going to go in with Bright Red by Apple Barrel, and it's time to make the little stripes. I'm doing a pattern here. It's going to be thick stripe and then thin stripe and then thick stripe and so on. So I'm going to start off here where that line is on the pumpkin, because I'm going to cover that with red so you don't see it that much, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make this one the thick one, and then we're going to skip 1 bump in the pumpkin and we're going to do the thin one in the dip. You'll see in a minute here. Just trust the process. So now I'm done with my thick stripe. I'm going to skip 1 bump, and the dip right there, that's going to be my thin stripe. Notice I'm leaving the top circle part of the pumpkin empty and the bottom one as well. I'm going to leave them that way, but you can definitely have your stripes meeting at the center if you'd like, but I'm going to leave mine the way it is. And you're just going to keep doing the same pattern until you finish the entire pumpkin. Now for our gingerbread character, we're going to use 2 foam pumpkins this time, and same thing, obviously take the tag off, and we're going to take the stems off. You're going to give them a little twist and they should come right off. And now I'm going to go in with brown acrylic paint, and I'm going to give each pumpkin 2 coats of paint, and I'm going to set that aside to dry. But while that's drying, I'm going to take these little party favors, they're little baby shower favors, and I'm going to take 2 of those shoes, and going in with white acrylic paint, I'm going to give them also 2 coats and set them aside to dry. I'm also going to paint the inside of the shoe because I don't want any part of the blue showing, so be sure to paint the inside as well. And while that's drying, we're going to go in with 4 6-inch dowels from Dollar Tree, but sometimes I tend not to find the 6-inch, so here's what you can do. You can buy the 12-inch and then go ahead and split it in half. They're very easy to break or cut using wire cutters, and they eventually just snap, so you can do that. But anyway, I'm going to go in with brown paint and I'm going to paint that as well. Those are going to be for the legs and the arms of the gingerbread man. Notice I'm not painting the entire stick because part of it is going to be inside the pumpkin anyway, so you don't have to necessarily paint the entire thing. And here I have a piece of foam where I can put these and just stick them in there to dry. And while those are drying, we're going to go in with bright red paint by Apple Barrel, and I'm going to just color the bow that's on the shoes. And I'm also going to go around the top, like the rim on the top, with red paint as well, with the same red. As for the mittens, you can definitely use brown foam paper from Dollar Tree, but I wanted to use felt instead. So I picked up this felt piece from Walmart. I believe it was just like 29 cents or something. So I'm just going to cut my mitten, and I know it's not perfect, but I definitely did eyeball this. And I cut 4 of them because I will be gluing them to each other. So now I'm taking that stick that we did earlier, and notice here that part that I didn't paint is inside the mitten, so you can't really see it. So using hot glue, I'm going to apply that to each mitten, and using tacky glue, or you can use hot glue once again, but I'm going in with tacky glue this time, and I'm gluing the second piece on top of that. And don't worry, tacky glue does dry clear, so even though you can see it a little bit now going through, it'll dry off clear afterwards. And now it's time to give it some character. We're going to draw the face, and yes, I'm not an artist, but you can definitely use stickers for this if you'd like, but I'm just going in with paint and I'm just going to draw it in. And now while the eyes are drying, I'm going to give them a hat. So I'm going to take a sock that I had for a while from Dollar Tree, and using hot glue, I'm just going to glue it onto the top. If you have a Santa hat instead, or any type of hat, you can go ahead and use that, or just like I'm doing here, just use a sock and it works perfectly. I did end up stuffing my sock with cotton. I noticed it was like falling over and it didn't look that nice, so I wanted to fill it in a little bit, so I did put some cotton inside of it. I know it's probably easier to stuff the sock first before gluing it, but sometimes I do things as I go, and I thought of this after gluing part of the sock down. So if you're going to use a sock and you're going to stuff it, be sure to do the stuffing before gluing it down. It's probably much easier. And I hot glued the end of the sock to the side of the face there. And let's ignore that mouth. I did end up fixing it in the end. but yeah, so I ended up doing that, and I added some ribbon to it, and I made like a little X and some snowflakes. So this is a time to just get creative and just have fun with it. Use whatever you have on hand. And now it's time to glue them together. So I'm going to put some hot glue, and I'm just going to place the head down onto the body. And here I'm just using whatever I have on hand. There's tons of foam stickers that I had from last Christmas. So notice here I'm using peppermint candy onto the body, and I'm just gluing that down. And now we're taking the other 2 dowel sticks and we're going to glue them onto the shoe, creating the leg look. And now I'm going to grab each leg and just make the hole inside the pumpkin. And then I'm going to take my glue gun and add hot glue to it so it can stay in place, because the pumpkin is empty from the middle, so it can simply just fall right through. So you want to be sure to hot glue this. And be sure that both legs are even and straight. You could use that middle line as a guide, but be sure to have them straight or otherwise it won't stand properly. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the arms. I'm going to push one arm at a time, and I'm going to apply hot glue around the stick this time. And here they are. Notice I drew the mouth in for the gingerbread character and it looks happy. But also I added some clear translucent cello wrap paper. You can find that in the gift wrapping section at Dollar Tree, and I added some ribbon to make it look like a candy, well, peppermint candy of course. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you think. I'd love to hear from you, so be sure to stop by the comment section and let me know what you think. I will be adding this gingerbread character by my cocoa bar down the road later on during Christmas time. So I wanted to share these 2 projects with you. That way you can definitely pick them up now at Dollar Tree and do these easy projects. But let me know down in the comments what you think, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more fun DIYs, and be sure to share with your friends. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!